now we're recording the camera too, so now is when we start right here. Okay, so now I have to price these right here. Right now, to price these, I noticed that they're all kind of related. They're three different accounts, but they're all kind of related. So we're gonna start the first one, the Eric Garcia. It's not Eric Garcia. The quote is okay. So Ivan, good job. He prepared both of them for me. But what I want to do is I want to get his account because I want to see the activity that I've done with him before. Now this one is Seaboard, but it's their main office in Okeechobee. And this one is for Seaboard Marine as well, but it's for their office in... Where's this office? Oh, this is the office in Port of Miami. The Port of Miami office, we deal with Junior, and then here, Emily's her name that we deal with in the Medley one. Then we have two of Eric, which his company is Custom Inspection Processing Services. That's the name of his company, big guys. So I'm gonna go to his company here. These are the two quotes, but see how they're almost the same name, but I guess the warehouse and security fence gate. So I'll see if I have to edit that, but I have those two jobs right here. Now, out of these two jobs, unfortunately today, and anyways, we wouldn't be able to do it. So they had to get this one done by emergency because they needed it done. So I spoke to Eric, and that's the reason. That's the only reason I know is because I spoke to Eric, and he told me that that they had to get this done by somebody else, which tells me there's somebody else in the mix. But these are one of those clients, like, if we get them, good. If we don't, no. So I don't know how much these people charge them, but this fence right here would have cost them, if we would have done it, like close to 30 grand. So we lost a $30,000 job right here. So that's not something that we should be happy about. And that is it. That's that. So only good thing is that I don't have an extra quote to write up today with this. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's that. So now we have 3 quotes left here, and then I have another one. I gotta check my emails for any estimates I gotta send out. So this one here is Eric. Let's do the one for Eric. So I spoke to Eric. This section right here, he needs to bring it out this way, about 30 feet or so. Whatever that is, we need to quote it, right? So this is a secured area. This is the fence line. This is telling us we have a 12-foot gate here and a 30-foot gate here. Now, in a perfect world, I would have a picture. I would have, more detail than this in Spanish, which I understand. What I need to read here is 64 feet, 8+1, new and remove the old one. And then leca arriba del muro, or a fence on top of the wall. But I seen some pictures, so and I seen this job before. So actually, this job I'm gonna go over to my other handy dandy link right here. Since I'm not using this one, I'm gonna come boom. That's why I like to have 2 tabs open at the same time in Zoho, because I could search. So I'm gonna go to Seaboard. And I know that I quoted Seaboard before for this project. It could be this one. Well, let's go to their account. So it's always better to go to their account. And then we're starting to use, which is great, this. I had Nico work on converting the pending ones from the ones that have been approved. So I'm gonna come in here, and I'm gonna read this description. If it's anywhere near this description, yep, and it is. Two 12-foot. No, let me see. Yep, this is it. 90 feet because of that. Galvanized 8+1. Okay, so some core drills. So this is. So we did 7,000, right? And then when was that? How long ago was that? That was in December. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the one that we are working on, which is going to be the security guard gate. Good name. Port of Miami. Remember here, I think is in the account name. So here, instead of Port of Miami, I would put CIP. Okay, seriously. CIPS. That's what they go by. Then security guard. Fence replacement. Fence relocation. I'm gonna leave it like that so the team can see what it is, and then shed G. Beautiful. The location. So here, this is the way it should be. Shed G. Oh gosh. Shed G. Okay, so we have this. I'm coming here. Oh, I would remove shed G from here. So now we have basically the account name, shed G. And you could always do POM, right? That's Port of Miami. Shed G, fence relocation. Why is this date here? Did we do this long ago? Oh, I think Ivan did do this. Good job, Ivan. You did it a long time ago. Keep up the good work. So I'm going to put it today's date. We have a quote number. We have the project name. Fence quote for relocation and installation of a new perimeter gate for shed G. Okay, so now I have to edit. Okay. At least I'm staying hydrated. Okay, backed up with my emails, backed up with everything. But it's work time. Let's start the second quarter. Let's sell. It's selling time, baby. Okay, so now the description. I would go back to this one. I think I already did it, but just copy, bring it over here, paste. Now I gotta give it some of the sauce and the flavor that Eric gave me in my conversation with him, which it was basically the location. So it would be security booth. Relocation. So boom. So now it's 90 cordials, but I'm gonna put 98 plus 1. 8 plus 1, which is barbed wire. Chain link fence with barbed wire with 3 strands of barbed wire. Now, this is the most important part for me is always the description. If you do properly do a description, that's what sells. What you're selling is a description, and that you communicate properly what you saw on site to your description, meaning the lingo that the owner's rep or the owner was referring to, which is if it's saying that the north side of the house, out by the coconut tree, and those type of details, that's what you want to put on here because it will make him feel comfortable. You know what he is referring to. So it's gate wise, we're gonna do 1 relocation with new gate post. Yeah. New 3-inch gate post. And again here, I'm going to put plus 1 high. Okay, give me some now. I got that. Okay. Here I'm gonna put 1 new, because I don't even know if it's a new or relocate the existing one. So what I'm referring to now is like this gate right here, and it's a humongous gate. This is like a $6,000 gate by itself, which I may do like an individual line item because it's so expensive. I want to just give it as on line item. So we have the 64 feet here, and then the fence here. This one we could reuse. I know the conditions, but I'm not sure the conditions of this one. I'm not sure. Are we gonna reuse the gate, or are we going to do new gates? So I'm gonna price it with new gates and start high, and then work myself down. 1. So to make my life simple, I just copy and paste. This, especially on this screen, is so small. Let me see if I can change this. Yeah, and Zoho is a little uncomfortable when writing these quotes. These quotes are very reoccurring. These same names are very reoccurring. We have to come up with a way that we could just I don't know if it's gonna be through the products or what it is, but in ClickUp which is hiding back here. Okay. Let's go to the E Gomez. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We want you in my room. Let's see this. Okay. Priority 1. I got the CEO brain dump, so we could work on this. This is a job for, this is what I wanted to talk to Mr. David about, the organization of this, because we have too many things. I know that I put in here somewhere, I shared with Chris, let's search. Material. Oh, no description. Nothing on descriptions. Did I put it in the brain dump? CEO brain dump? Operations manual. I don't know how I did it. But somewhere in here, there is a document. I could have sworn it's here. No, this is a Bergeron job. This is this job. Task. So somewhere in here, I have a sample of what the descriptions that are reoccurring. So we have to find it in here somewhere and yeah, whatever. Okay. So this one's ready to go. So now it's time to give them a price. So it was $7,000 with the gate and everything. With the new gate, we had 2 gates on there. So $7,000 divided by 90, 77. So I could do 65, 70, 80, 90 plus times 55. That's 49. 5 plus the relocation of that gate and the 12-foot gate. The relocation is going to cost them $1,200 because we got new posts and everything. Now here's the bang. The one double swing gate, this one right here, is going to be pricey. 30 feet wide. Gate post shall be 6 5/8 full weight. It's just language that they it's language that they FW. See, we gotta fluff it up. We gotta fluff up there. We're gonna fluff it up. Okay. Well, I think I'm getting a lot done here just making this video. So if that fence was that, so this gate's gonna be another 6,000. So this fence went to 13,000. 13,000. Well, not really. That's yeah, 12,000. The gate's 6,000. Yeah, this job's gonna be a good 12,960. 860. Mounted on concrete. I don't know who did that. I don't know who did this quote. Concrete floor. Concrete. Yeah, floor, yeah, because they speak that language. Core drilled. Core drilled. So 12,860. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Price material and labor has gotten very expensive. And is this the one that had the rolling gate, or was this the one? Well, this is the rolling gate, so he still does need the price for the new rolling gate. So I want to make it a different line item. Add gate. Change gate. Furnish and install. One 6-foot high by 24-foot wide double swing gate, rolling gate, replace 2 existing posts and replace gate roller frame track. Okay, so that's the description, but I mentioned something bad. It wasn't this. It is not a. It's a wide. 3 foot wide, 6 foot. I usually do this a lot faster when I'm a little more comfortable, but it's moving. Custom, they love that word, custom, mounted to the wall. What date did I put on this? This dates. And this was. Oh, so this is going to be wall mounted post for 3. So let's see, wall mounted. This is going to be this. For this gate, we're going to charge them like a 30. It's actually cheap. Yeah, it's almost a foot. Yeah, it's fine. dispose. Existing. Existing gate. One of the places you're late. Okay. So this is for Eric. I feel like I'm pretty much done with this one here. Mario Dispatch. Okay, I like that name. So we got that, we got that quote, boom, we got this, the date updated, the subject looks good. East Coast, we got the account. So now, he told me to send them this one. So I'm probably gonna have to send this to him so he can have it ready for her. I'll send it before I go because I'm gonna continue working on quotes now. So we put together a $15,000 quote. This is probably gonna hit because we convert very high. So we save it, and I guess we wrap that one up. We have this here. This is Eric Garcia. This is the one. So quote number 2776. That is beautiful. That is going. So this, I'm gonna make a note here that ready to send. See, this making a quote takes me 30 minutes. This is crazy. Well, it takes me. I do it like in 10 minutes, but I'm showing around everything that we're doing. I think we got a good example of here of what this is. So this is very important to always be proper. So Puerto de Miami, that's Jesus security gate. That's good. The contact name, the quote number that we're working on, the description. This all always looks good from Jesus. This is pretty much all we need. For the most part, this is the most important, but it can't be just one thing. It has to be a combination. It has to be a good job, a good description of what you saw or what the customer is requesting, the full description, a full layout of what it is, and you can have multiple options. Option 1, then option 2, option 3. In this case, we only have one option. Then the layout and pictures. I don't have pictures in this case. I saw some pictures, so I kind of know what it is. But that's something that only I could do because of my years of experience. This cannot properly be done without a properly completed intake form, site visit intake form. That's the only way we're going to be able to continue with this. So with that being said, that concludes. So see, also job card. We cannot be doing a lead intake form on a job card because this is like a mini contract. A job card, remember, job card we gotta treat like a mini contract with our team. Because it is, we're getting an installer to agree to the price, and we're contracting them, right? So these are contracts. But in this case, it was used for an intake form. Hey, but I have the information, I need to quote it. Do we need to better this? Absolutely. So on to my next video.